EastEnders spoilers: Ben reveals to Whitney that Halfway is gay. Ben Mitchell is on a one-man mission to wind up Callum Halfway Highway Tony Clay in EastEnders after figuring out that he is gay despite being in a relationship with Whitney Dean Shona McGarty. Confused Halfway is nervous when Ben deliberately stirs up trouble between him and Whitney, and he is fearful that he is going to reveal everything to her. As Callum, later, when Ben arrives at a housewarming party, Callum is nervous to see he is drunk and he worries about what he is going to say. But later, the next day, Ben thanks Callum for his support, but when Callum brings up Paul, Ben snaps at him and storms off, with a nearby Stuart watching and clocking that it was Ben he needed dealing with. As Stuart forms, but after another turn of events, Ben is left feeling bitterly angry at Callum. And as Callum and Whit ads keep our content free for everyone. Please note that the Interactive Advertising Bureau IAB describes online personalized advertising through the below definitions. We put the storage of information, or access to information that is already stored, on your device, such as accessing advertising identifiers and / or other device identifiers, and / or using cookies or similar technologies. The collection and processing of information about your use of this site to subsequently personalize advertising for you in other contexts, i.e. on other sites or apps, over time. Typically, the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver advertisements for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such advertisements. This includes using the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver content for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such content. This includes using the collection of information about your use of the content, in combination with previously collected information, used to measure, understand, and report on your usage of the content. Ads keep our content free for everyone. We use additional third-party advertising companies who serve ads to help keep content free. For these partners, you will continue to receive advertising, however, it may not be tailored to your likely interests. Well, check in with you. Great. Thanks for choosing. You have opted out from our advertising partners.
Raindrop, truck top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.